What's up, you guys? Blake with the Wayward Branch YouTube channel. I don't really have a focus of this channel. I do think that it's going to be, I kind of want it to be overall just inspirational in a way. So the things that I'm learning, not really inspirational, but if there's anything that I'm learning and going through that could be helpful to you guys, that's the whole point of me doing this video or these videos. I am a Christian, so I do talk a lot about God. I'm also someone who's working on losing a lot of weight because I'm a really big guy, which is the topic of this video. Um, and there are just other things that I might just randomly throw into this channel. So first and foremost, thank you guys so much for watching these videos. If you haven't yet, please hit that like button, that subscribe button. It really helps. It helps. That's the algorithm. That's how everything works. You guys know how YouTube works. I'm still trying to learn that. But thank you guys for watching the previous video. So anyways, today's topic is how I lost 30 pounds in probably about 2 months. I'd say about 2 months, maybe, it's about 2 months. And I did this I haven't started exercising again yet. I'll do another video on my history when it comes to my overall weight. I've always been a really big guy. I've only had one serious attempt at losing weight in my life, and that was back in like 2016. Had a lot of success. But I took that 1 day break, right? That 2 day break, and it turned into the past, 8 years of my life, and I gained all that weight back, plus a lot more. So, anyways, my heaviest that I've ever been is I would say roughly around 405. I say 405 because my scale maxes out at 400. And I remember, the week before I was at like 398 and I tried to weigh myself again and then it maxed out. So I'm assuming, I'm just going to try to say about 405 was probably my heaviest that I've ever been. I know it was over 400 because the scale, I think, will read 400, but it won't read higher, right? So, anyways, that was probably, a few months, 3 months back. And I was eating garbage, mostly fast food. And I've kind of always done that. First off, it's a drain on my finances. Fast food is so expensive, it's not worth it. Uh, so, anyways, the video is revolving around some of the things that I did to try to lose 30 pounds in the past 2, 3 months. Um, it was very low effort in the sense of I haven't worked out just yet. I do need to start doing that. That's coming up in the near future. Me starting back walking, and hopefully eventually get back to where I could jog again. But I know I'm trying to take things, one step at a time. Like I said, baby steps. If you haven't watched that video and you can bear through the audio issues, please go back and watch it a few videos back. But anyways, um, so I only did a few things. So I started, learning more about the intermittent fasting, something that I've always kind of experimented with, but never really took it seriously. But I really started doing this, again, 2, 3 months back, to where I was only eating about one meal a day. So I would eat about 4 to 5 p.m. in the afternoon. So when I get off work, I'd come home and I'd eat. I'd skip breakfast, I'd skip lunch. Some days when I felt like my blood sugar had dropped a little bit too far or I started feeling dizzy, I would eat like an orange or, something, nothing unhealthy. Um, Actually, it's always mostly just been an orange. I also relied heavily on coffee. I have drank about 3 cups of coffee a day. I'm not sure if that's healthy, but 2 cups in the morning before I go to work, and then I'd have one around lunchtime. And also, it's very important that if you're doing the intermittent fasting, something that I learned after that first week, stay hydrated, because I would feel like absolute crap during that first week because I, I I don't know how to explain it. Like I was just feeling weak, lightheaded at times, And so I Googled it. I was like, hey, I don't know if, I don't know if I can sustain this. So what can I do to make this better? And everything was saying stay hydrated. So I made sure to drink a lot of water through the day. And I would use caffeine like coffee to kind of push back the hunger. And then when I would come home and eat, I would eat that one meal. When you eat that one meal a day, when you're sitting down to eat, it's really hard to overeat because, when you're having like, one meal, how it is like when you're having lunch or breakfast or dinner or whatever, you can't fit in, well, you can if, fast food's involved. which gets me to my next point coming up soon. But it's really hard to kind of overeat if you're only eating one meal a day, because you feel full at the end of that meal, and it pushes you through. At least for my case, it pushed me through the night. In the morning, I'd have coffee, wouldn't feel hungry. I start feeling hungry about 11 or 12 in the in the morning, afternoon, so around lunchtime. But that extra cup of coffee, more water, pushed me through until my 4 to 5 o'clock eating window. Um, and cooking at home has also been very beneficial, because you're not eating as many calories if you cook at home, because fast food has all this processed stuff, fried stuff. You get the fries with that, you get the drink with that. It's also another thing. I cut out sodas. I drink mostly water, coffee. Um, but yeah, fast food I have found to be absolutely terrible for me. Um, Even when I would do intermittent fasting, where I would, do like the 16 hours off and eat during an 8 hour window, I would include fast food and I would not see results whatsoever. This is like earlier in the year when I was experimenting with it. But when I started eating at home, that's when the weight started to fall off. Like I said, 2 to 3 months, 30 pounds. I went from roughly, I'd say 405, down to, I think 369 was my lightest. That was about a week ago, and I'm excited to see what I weigh coming up soon. I'll keep you guys updated as time goes on. But very simply put, 6 minutes into, excuse me, 6 minutes into the video, really to sum up and say this: if you're as large as I am, and this is also kind of a disclaimer, so for me, 30 pounds isn't really a lot, right? Because I have a long way to go. If you're someone who weighs like, 240, 210, or less, like 30 pounds is going to mean a lot more to you guys than it does me. It means a lot to me, don't get me wrong. But it absolutely, it's a different thing. It's almost like you look in the ocean, and, the ocean level is, lower than what it was yesterday. You don't notice it, right? I will say my clothes have fit better. 30 pounds lost. My clothes definitely fit better, which is awesome. So anyways, points, overall highlights of the video. What I did to lose 30 pounds was intermittent fasting, cooking at home, no sodas, so mostly just water and coffee, staying hydrated, very important. And that's pretty much it. Um, I just got off work now, so I'm actually going to go in and fix my food tonight. I don't know what it's going to be yet, whatever's thawed out in the fridge, really. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching these videos. I do appreciate you guys. I'm going to try to start posting these, more often. It's a fun little hobby, because I talk a lot anyways in real life. Why not talk in front of the camera? But anyways, my neighbors are getting home, and they're going to start looking at me weird, so I'll catch you guys in the next video. Until then, see you then. Later.